Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 294 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host.
294?
294, indeed. I mean, you're joined by Interrupting Horse.
Moo.
Oh, it's Interrupting Cow, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah, it's Lee Padabada-babada-babada-doo.
How you doing, my lovely people?
Hello.
Welcome to our podcast.
I don't know. Alaska. It's got it on your, it's got it on your shirt.
I've got an Alaska shirt on.
You have. I happen to have. This T-shirt was my favourite T-shirt when I was a teenager. It still fits. Thank you very much. This is
Sandy.
This is from Fat Andy, yeah, Thin Lizzy. It is from the 2003 tour that I went to see Thin Lizzy. This T-shirt is 20 years old. Fucking hell, it is. Wow, it's fantastic. It's an amazing T-shirt. I love it so. Anyway, we're not the only people here. Oh my gosh, who's that? It's Josh.
Giving the people what they want.
Indeed.
All day long.
The hero that they deserve, not the hero that they want.
Oh, I've been watching Chainsaw Man. That's a bit like that.
Okay. Wonderful.
Have you seen that shit? It's mental.
No, I haven't. I've been
Let
watching.
me give you a brief premise of what Chainsaw Man is.
It's about a man with a chainsaw.
It's about a world where you've got like demons, and they come in all shapes and sizes. You've got like this gun demon, which is like the worst of the worst, and the more of something there is, the more powerful the demon becomes. So like you'd have a cigarette demon, and then you get the cigarette ban, it becomes less powerful, and so on and so forth. He had a demon, which was this little like puppy demon, which was a chainsaw demon.
Oh, is it the little orange one that's got a chainsaw coming out of its head?
Yeah, exactly. It was looked like a Pokemon, like a cute little thing. Anyway, he died. It climbed inside him, and he came back to life. And now, if he gets pissed off, he can like pull this cord on his chest, a bit like Woody from
like the rip cord of a chainsaw.
Exactly. And chainsaw comes out of his face and out of his arms, and he just starts fighting, and it is brutal. But he's a 16-year-old obsessed with like groping boobs and stuff. All he wants to do is grope his first boob, get his first kiss, get laid the first time, and stuff like that. So there's kind of like this comedy side to it as well, and it's very Japanese, obviously.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. It really is. I love it.
Don't know how much I'd be trying to grope boobs if I had chainsaw hands.
No, they retract.
Oh.
They go back.
Unless he gets excited.
He gets excited.
No, because he has to pull the cord first. But you wouldn't want to be like having sex with someone with that and pull their cord accidentally.
Instant mastectomy.
Right. Rather than talking about Chainsaw Man. What are we talking? We talk about stuff, ain't we? Let's talk about what we've done relatively guitar focused this week. Josh, you're going to start us off because you've been to an exciting gig this week.
I have. I went to see the man, the myth, the legend that is Devin Townsend. And as always, he was absolutely superb and on point and hilarious, as always. I love Devin so much because I've never seen somebody live that is as crazy chaotic in a good way as him.
Yeah, he's definitely got like chaotic
Crazy
good
eyes.
nature, hasn't he?
Yeah, throughout the gig, he was just taking hats off people's heads, like a Ziltoid hat, and someone had a Kermit hat on, and he was just putting them on at random points during songs. And during one of the last songs, there was about 6 or 7 people in the front row that somebody had a Ziltoid hand puppet, somebody had a Kermit the Frog, and somebody had an octopus because the new album's got an octopus kind of on the front, and the drum kit was full of octopuses, and yeah, it was weird. And there's a photo of him on Instagram where he's got 3 hats on at once, Kermit the Frog tucked into his shirt, and then he's holding on to 2 octopuses while singing this metal song.
I mean,
it's
why not? You do
it's
you,
just
Devin.
the most
You
fun.
do you.
And at the end, he's always very like, thank you to everyone. And he was, shaking hands with everybody at the end of the gig, and which is always really nice and heartwarming.
Yeah.
Which was a really good gig, and I got to speak to Mike Keneally briefly, Darby Todd, the drummer,
Of course, yeah.
and I got to speak to James Leach as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get to chat to Devin because I probably would have cried if I did.
Yeah, big fangirl
Probably a good
moment.
job that I didn't. But yeah, it was a really good gig. What else have I been up to? I had a slight mental breakdown and took my pedal board apart, my big master pedal board, realizing that
we're talking like light-hearted mental breakdown, not like flinging poop at walls.
Physical, like yeah,
just
Not,
like
not a drawer full of patch cables you'll never use and the scared throwaway sort of mental breakdown.
I mean that's kind
mental
of
breakdown
slow
where I
drip
looked at
mental
my
breakdown, isn't it?
Where I looked at my
that's a
pedal
slow
board,
brewing thing.
Yeah,
I like my ADHD kicked in, and I looked at my pedal board, and I was like, I don't actually use all of those pedals. I'm going to make only the ones that I use, and so I did that, and then I made it, and then I realized like I actually prefer the sound of my original wah to the one on the quad cortex. So I'm going to stick that on there as well, and then I made extra patch cables to put it all stereo in, stereo out. And I'm actually really happy with it, and it's so much lighter.
that's helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a godsend. So it comprises of the Cooper Sonic Germaniac, the Plasma Coil by Game Changer, an original GCB 95 wah, but it's red sparkle, so red is always the best
so it's
colour.
like it's better.
It's great was.
It's the best wah. It is. It just is. Don't need. It's no extra frills. It does wah, and that's all you need.
So you press it down hard, it comes on, and you press it down hard again, and it turns off, and that's you've got one wah sound, and it's the best wah sound. So like, what's the fucking issue?
Yeah,
mine is one of them, but I have modded it, but not very much. It doesn't do a million things. It just still does that, but it's slightly more vocal.
See, I don't like my what, ironically, to like vocally, so to speak. I prefer kind of, I guess, a lower frequency, if that makes sense.
I mean, it does because
it's more
you're
about the
tuned low.
cue. It's more about the cue than it is the frequency and the amount. Yeah, but I know what you mean.
And then that runs into the Mimic. Then that goes into stereo into the quad cortex, and I've got the RE2 in the loop of the quad cortex.
I just want to let Budge know he's talking about the Mimic pedal, not Pokemon. Just to clarify there.
Is there a Pokemon called Mimic?
There's a Pokemon called Mimikyu. There's not a Pokemon called Mimic. There's a Pokemon move called Mimic. Get your facts straight, Lee. Come on.
I mean,
come on.
You're the geek. Sorry, I was just trying to.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get it together.
Why do I even try?
And the only other thing I've been up to is writing some drum parts for our man, Mr. Bimpson.
Oh, funny you should mention that.
Rising of the Lights.
Of Rising of the Lights fame. Funny you should mention Mr. Bimpson, because if you are a Patreon backer, you'll be hearing from Mr. Bimpson.
Oh, that's cool. What happened?
I don't know. We've not recorded it yet because it happens after the podcast, surely. Not before.
Yes, we definitely didn't record that 2 days ago.
But yeah, if you want to...
I was going to say, this is news to me.
If you want to find out, like $2 a month, patreon.com/rettalk. That's all you need to do. Right, sorry, Josh. I interrupted you there for a cheeky plug.
That's fine. I'll allow you. It is your podcast after all.
Okay.
And yes, I have been writing some drum parts for Mr. Bimpson of Rising of the Lights.
So you've been writing of the drums?
Writing of the drums, yes. Which has been quite fun because it's been a little bit kind of experimental because it's not something I'm used to doing. I can play the drums relatively well. But when, like, for example, when I was writing my album, I wrote the drums first, then I put the guitar to it.
Cool.
So I'm kind of having to kind of go backwards this time and do drums to the guitar, which is forcing me to write in a way that I'm not comfortable with. But it's a good thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So how are you doing these drums? Are you like drumming it in on like an electric kit and mapping it that way?
I've got an electric kit in my summer house. It's always locked, so you're not getting near anybody that listens to it and thinks, "Oh, I can go and get myself a free electric kit when Josh is asleep." No,
Unless you steal the summer house as well, then you get a free drum kit and a summer house.
I tell you what, if you can pick up that summer house, then
that's thinking.
Go ahead. You can have it.
You've earned it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing it all through that, but then I actually essentially am kind of using it as a MIDI kit, and I'm then actually sending it into the interface, my interface, and doing it all through Get Good Drums.
Yeah. So like you're recording like the pure MIDI in, and then the Get Good Drums is doing the synthesis of the sounds.
Yeah, essentially. So
I mean, that's fucking wicked.
It's actually really bloody good because you can also kind of have a bit more, like, let's be honest, electric kits usually sound mediocre.
Like the sounds that they have inbuilt are not great. If you've got something like Get Good Drums or Easy Drummer or any of those kinds
Superior, anything like that.
Yeah, like those kind of drum kits, you're gonna get some much better results, aren't you?
And what has been really good with it as well is I can reprogram things. So, for example,
like any fuck ups, you can just
there is that as well. But I don't necessarily like using one rack tom and two floor toms. I find I only need snare, one rack, one floor. So what I changed one of the other floor toms to an extra cymbal, for example.
Okay,
yeah. So I can kind of just have a bit more, I guess, freedom in the way that I'm playing.
Yeah.
And it's coming along well. I'm hoping that by the end of a couple of weeks, I would say, I'll have a track. Yeah, the end of the world. I will have a track to send our man, Mr. Bimson, and this is when he'll go, "No, I don't like it. Do it again." And
I'll right in the dreams.
Such a taskmaster.
Indeed. Oh, the new series of Taskmaster's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good.
Have you started watching it? It's got Frankie Boyle on it.
It has.
Frankie Boyle? Frankie Doyle? Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle. You were right the first time.
Oh, that's reminded me, because this podcast goes live next week. Friday, Channel 4, I will be on TV at 10 o'clock.
The Joe Lycett, because I watched that, actually. Yes. I watched last week's, and I was like, is Josh in this? And didn't see you.
No, I'm going to the live show next Friday.
Nice. That's so cool.
So excited. I've always wanted to be on TV.
I will be sure to watch you. Yeah, I watched it last week. It was pretty good. So I will continue. Cool. Right. Mr. Lee, you've been doing some recording as well this week, haven't you? You've done a little bit of...
yeah, we did some songwriting. So we... my bass player couldn't make it this week, so we just sat down and started writing some lyrics. And and then we kind of like went through it, and then I said, okay, I'm just going to just do a quick guide track for this. So I just sat down and recorded me singing it, rather than say to the singer, "Can you sing this?" Just to get a guide track. I just said, I'm going to do this quickly because we were like right near the end, and he was going to have to go pick up his son or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I listened back to it, and I was like, oh no,
no.
I really enjoy singing. I got quite a good voice normally, but it was just because I was like doing a guide track. I just kind of like just tried to stay within the guidelines of it, and then I listened to it back and I was like, oh no, it's not so great. But then I just put a bit of compressor on it and EQ'd it slightly and a bit of reverb, and it actually came out all right. So I think it was just because it was, when you listen to your guitar and it's
Raw.
basically just like, yeah, exactly. It's completely like really dry as a nun's. And it's just
It's a very, very British expression, that is, and it's not anywhere near politically correct, is it?
no, probably some truth in it though, isn't there? Anyway, we me and Rick did a bit of singing and some songwriting. So lyric writing, I should say, with the songs written. We just kind of try to work out some sort of middle eight for it or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's interesting how like the song that you've got, and I kept it really loose, like in terms of like how many bars here and how many bars there, because you always have to change it when you start doing the lyrics and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
So, which is good, but it's interesting how much it's changing, because like before we were like, oh, that's not enough bars, it doesn't sound like enough, and now we're listening to it with vocals and we're like, yeah, actually no, it was enough. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
So are you doing it in English, or are you doing some Swedish songwriting?
Well, I think if you listen to our lovely Patreon episode, you might find out. Because I pose a question to both Budge and Andy, and I'd be interested to hear your responses too on the Fret Talk podcast Facebook group.
I mean, only if they're thingy Patreon backers.
What was implied?
So yeah, cool. I've done some stuff this week. Thank you for asking.
What have you done, Budge?
Hey, well, so last week I forgot to mention something that I did. I went to see Simon at JSA over in Derby. What a lovely chap! And I got to try out a line of pedals that he's doing in conjunction with Affordable. Who, like I've mentioned them before. They've I've bought Demon Effects pedals from them. They've sent me some out to demo, and they're like really cool guys, or a really cool guy, because I think it's one chap who's running it all. So he's looking to expand rather than just doing like the cheap Chinese stuff. He's looking to do some like UK builders doing some affordable versions of their pedals. So Simon's put together like a little pedal line that he's going to do at a relatively affordable price, and in batches for affordable. And I got to try
the Walrus Fundamentals that released today.
We'll mention those later. Hold your horses. Yeah, so like he's released a range of 5 pedals which cover basically like the whole spectrum of drive. So we've got the Blues Slinger, which is like very low gain bluesy overdrive based on a kind of the Dumble sound. Like 3 knobs, but also has like 2 switches as well. And
it's a bit like our podcast, isn't
it? 3 3 knobs and 2 switches. Look,
it's switches, not snitches.
So the switches are like present switches. So you've got like a bass switch and then like a treble content, because the more that you push the gain, the more that you want like to cut out a little bit of bass, because it gets a bit more bassy. So like it really allows you to sculpt the exact kind of blues tone that you want out of it. Like quite low gain, really good kind of flavour boost. You've got the Hot Toddy, which has been one in his lineup for quite a while, but he's developed like the archetypal version. It's basically his take on the Timmy, really high headroom version of it. So it's really, really dynamic, and it's obviously got the bass and treble.
Pump inside, is it?
Yeah. So a lot of them have got like the internal charge pump. I think one of them, I can't remember which one, does 27 volts of. So it does like 18 up and 9 down.
Wow.
So it's like I think that was the Rat Burt, which is his take on the rat. So like Hot Toddy's like his take on the
shit.
The Timmy. Rat Burt's
his take on the Burt.
is his take on the rat. It's like fundamentally quite unrat-like in the sense that it's such a high headroom that you don't get that real kind of compressy squish that you get with a rat. Like, so you don't get as much gain out of it, but you get so much dynamic range with it. And it was really impressive. You've got the JSA 100, which was like if you look at it, it tells you exactly what it is. It's basically like a black pedal with like a gold top half.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the JSA 100. It's based on like early Marshall amps, which
JCM 100. Right, I'm with you.
Yeah. No. So the point was, it's based on like the early Marshall amps that are the kind of stuff that you'd hear like Angus Young using. A lot of those early players. Yeah, where it's not as high gain as you think it. Like your perception of it is that it's like quite high gain. It's actually just really low.
The cymbals on the drain, the cymbals and the snare make you think it's high gain. Yeah,
well, it's like a culmination of like the whole energy of the band kind of adds to that. The fact that both guitarists are really locked in as well gives you like that really kind of punchy tone, but they're absolutely gunning the amp, so they're like full tilt, kind of middle gain amplifier, but played really loud. So all of the gain and saturation is coming from the fact that it's like you're getting amp compression and speaker compression and just pure volume as well. So this is again like a really high headroom, Marshall-esque, quite bright sounding. Aims at those early Marshall tones. Really good to stack with other drives. So if you push that with like a Blue Slinger or a Hot Toddy or even a Rat Burt, you're gonna get some really mean tones. And then like the final one was the tone flexor, which is
EQ.
No, it's based on 90s. Yeah, a 90s reissue. Like it's a really specific tone bender. In the 90s, Colour Sounds reissued the tone bender, but without transistors. They did it all op amp, and he's recreated that, but instead of using op amps, he's done it through discrete components. So, like creating the op amps, but made out of components, and he ends up using more transistors doing it that way than the originals were used in anyway. But so the way that he's done it is you've got tone, I think tone gain and volume, but then there's also a blend as well. So you can blend between like a completely dry signal all the way to completely fuzzy, and it allows you to. So like with a lot of fuzz pedals, you're losing the clarity and the definition because it's like pushing your signal so hard that like all of the dynamic range is coming out of it, that it's compressing all of the high end, so that there's no clarity left for you. But you can dial that back in with the clean blend, so you get like the initial pick attack and then the bloom and the sustain using the like the actual fuzz circuit. And I think that one is probably going to be the sleeper hit. I think they'll probably sell out of that one real quick because it's something special, and it's bright orange, so it's really cool. Yeah, it's so there's this whole line of JSA pedals. I've recorded a video for it, and it's kind of mostly edited, and I'll release that as and when those are making their way to affordable, because it's not quite in production just yet, but it's gonna be happening. So you get like a little exclusive here on the Fretzel podcast before it actually happens. It's really cool. Right, we have got a new segment this week. we're going to wrap up the hot take, but we're not going to do a hot take for this week. We've got another segment to do. I'm just gonna check the results on the hot take.
I wonder why you didn't ask about the hot take.
Right, so let me just check. So last week's hot take was not about Richie fucking Sambora. Why is it asking me to do that? Was it not about the P90s? There we go, 3 days ago. P90s are just single coils, and I'm tired of pretending that they're not. There are 2 votes that say that they're basically a Strat and Telly pickup, one of which was Mr. Matt Quine. I'm not going to name and shame the other person.
No, go on, tell us.
But 93% have voted that technically they are, and disagree with Matt. So basically, everyone is saying that there's definitely more of a difference in P90s that there are in like it just being a Strat or a Telly pickup. Matt,
it might as well be unanimous. I shared it on my personal like page, as in my personal page.
Yeah,
I don't know why I keep saying that now.
Is that personal page personal to you?
Page. The page that is personal to this penis.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why it's on
That's a
OnlyFans.
weird way to log into Facebook.
I mean, it was
instead of eye recognition or face recognition, it's penis recognition.
Eye recognition, just not the eye you're thinking about.
And our segment for this week, because I thought I'd give the hot take a little bit of a rest for a little while. We might.
I was going to say people were arguing about it even on my own.
Yeah,
but on my own page,
like people were getting het up about this. Right. Matt really did. He's putting us in an awkward position here. But
I mean, it's surprising how much of an argument there was and how many comments there were, considering it was almost unanimous.
Yeah. But look, we can agree that P90s have their own place in guitar history. Right.
Yeah, they're not just a single coil, Matthew.
Yeah. So this segment is called Hit Me With Your Pet Shark. Hit Me With Your Pet Shark. This is where we pit you against Google Translate. I'm going to give you a line from a song, but it is badly translated. And you have to guess as to what this song was originally. And it could be the chorus of the song, or it could be like any lyric of the song. So you've got to be on board with this one. I did this quiz myself because it was about 20 questions. I got all of these ones correct. So I'm not being unfair. I'm giving you the ones that I actually got.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm really bad at lyrics. If you gave me songs and like, even if you just gave me the tunes, I might say I know that, but I might not even know the names of them. I'm terrible with like words.
So this is going to be you two versus me for this one, because I got these ones right. So I've automatically got 100%. But you get the points if you get it as well. Okay. Are you ready for your first one? Hit me with your pet shark. Right. So, first one. Note, when Mary, if the problem is to come. Note, when Mary, if the problem is to come.
When the wind cries Mary.
That was my fault, yeah, but I mean, only because it's got the word Mary in it.
Yeah.
Okay, are we going with the wind cries Mary? Are we sticking with wind cries Mary?
I mean, I haven't got a clue. Maybe once we've done a couple, we'll start getting into the gist of this.
Okay, so I started off with the ones I thought would be fucking easy. So, right, it was not the wind cries Mary. It was Let It Be by the Beatles. So, when Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So that was number one. Number two, we cannot doubt that in mind. We cannot doubt that in mind. You are just perplexed. I'm gonna give you a clue here. We cannot doubt that in mind. Just stone faces here, like complete blankness.
Give us a second.
Okay.
Can you hum it again, but without saying the lyrics?
No, I'm not going to, no. We cannot doubt that in mind.
Are you trying to sound Scottish?
I'm not trying to sound Scottish at all.
Gosh.
Thank you very much.
Oh, is it Suspicious Ways?
Suspicious.
Is it Suspicious Ways? Suspicious Minds
by Elvis Presley. It is suspicious. It is Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. How on earth did you get there, Lee? It was like it came from above.
Nothing to do with you saying thank you very much at all.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Like, y'all terrible at this. Right, so
I really want to know if the listeners are having as much of a like what the fuck moment as we
come
are
on,
right
come
now.
on, you guys can get it.
Have you ever sat down with your kids where they've gone, I've made up this game, and they're making it up on the fly? My daughter said to me just the other day, she went, Daddy, choose a number between 1 and 4. I said 4. She went, well done, you win 100 points. That's this.
It's not. Like, this is a legitimate game. It was on the internet and everything. Right, so next one. This one's really fucking easy. You need to get this one. Fountain Garden City, green grass and beautiful women. He's got it. Come on, Josh.
City.
Yes, give me the lyric. Come on.
What'd you say it was?
I thought, take me down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Yeah, my boy, Josh. You've got your team because you are saddled with Lee. You've got 1 point. Well done.
No, 2. We got the last one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but tell me what the clue was again.
So, Fountain Garden City, green grass and beautiful women. Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls got titties. Right, this one, literally 2 words. This one's potentially the hardest one on the lot. Tom Information.
Tom Information.
And I got this one. I got it.
Oh, you're so fucking clever. Right.
Tom Information. Tom Information.
And this is supposed to be the lyrics of a song.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it the voodoo? Hoodoo? You do. Tom Information.
So it's a David Bowie song.
I'm not saying nothing. Tom Information.
See, I got that.
That's because that was the actual fucking lyrics to a song. Come on. David Bowie song that has Tom Information.
Oh, Major Tom. Space Oddity.
Space Oddity. My gosh, this is a spoon feed. I've spoon fed less than this when my child was on mushed up food. My gosh. Tom Information, yeah. Ground control to Major Tom. Tom Information. Right, I'm tentatively giving you that point. That's 3 points. See if you can get a 4th. A good girl, love, mother of Jesus and the US. A good girl, love, mother of Jesus and the US. I know at home you listeners are shouting at your car stereos going, it's... Oh, he's deep in thought, is Ali. He's deep in thought.
I'm thinking it's automatically going to be something by Leonard Skinner, but...
No, there was a Skinner tune in there. I didn't put that one in. Right, this one.
The Wind Cries Mary, then, is it?
It's not the Wind Cries Mary. If I was wearing no underwear, you might say I was.
Commando.
Are you going to go my way, or Lenny Kravitz?
What's that got to do with Commando? What's Commando got to do with anything?
No, it's...
you never seen that picture of where his trousers ripped and he's
Oh yeah, he's a well put together gentleman. Is that Lenny Kravitz, isn't it?
So sorry, back to Commando.
Not Commando. You might say that you are doing.
You weren't wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Is that a northern thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that a northern thing, Yegs, that can't afford underwear?
I don't know.
No, is it a different name for it? Because down south we would call it Commando because we're hard. But...
No.
I know. Come on.
We lost. So if you're going commando, if you're wearing no underwear, you might say that you are free balling. This is Tom
Free
Petty.
falling by Tom Petty. Then.
Tom Petty. Yeah, this is free falling. She's a good girl, loves her mom, loves Jesus and America too. Like literally the opening lines of Free Falling. Oh, you guys are terrible with lyrics.
Those translations are. I know it's part of the game.
That one was pretty much fucking word for word. Good. She's a good girl. Add good girl. Love, mother of Jesus, and the US and America
he's
too.
Not wrong. He's right. I just didn't know the lyrics to it. I mean, I know some of the lyrics to that song. You can probably guess which ones. But I love
Free
the song.
balling.
I just don't really listen to lyrics all that much.
Yeah, this would probably work with people who
free balling.
Yeah, you won't be able to hear that song
call
again.
That free balling down
Free
south.
balling. You don't say that you're free balling.
So commando, no.
Well, there you go. You've learned a new term for today.
Aren't I fucking lucky?
hey, wife. Today I'm free balling. What?
I mean,
go
I can't
commando.
promise that I won't use that term now.
Yeah, you will. You completely will.
Absolutely, I will. Yeah, I think it's
and
funny.
you're going to sing Tom Petty while you do it as well? Because I'm free balling.
Free falling.
and then Insanity just hear in the background as they land on the head.
Yeah.
Come on, we've got more of these to do, I guess.
No, that was it. We've got 5 for this week. You best up your game next. What I might do, I
want to play that again. That was horrible.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get Matt on, who's probably better at this. I don't know. We'll find out. Indeed. Right. We've got some news. We've got a fair bit of news.
Do you know what I'm really good at? Do you ever see those quizzes where they play you a few, a second or so of like the music?
Yeah.
They say to you, "What song is that?" I'm really good at that.
So that's a quiz show, and it's called The Hit List. It's on BBC 2.
I hear it on Chris Moyle's show. He does it.
Oh, well, there you go.
With Ken Bruce having stepped down from BBC Radio 2, maybe we need to do like our own version of Popmaster.
Popmaster. I was good at that as well. I was actually really good at that. Not to like the level of the people who go on there, but I was pretty good.
Cool. Right, let's do some news. Walrus Fundamental series. Lee, you were talking about this.
Then?
You were talking about this. They have released.
We shared this in the group like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was kind of the end of last week where it had leaked, and it's official today. So we've got
it's a range of pedals. It's a range of about 8 pedals, I think it is.
They're
fundamental pedals.
Well done, yes, 8, yeah.
Yep, and I think you've got all your standards in there. The one that you don't, the type that has been omitted is the flanger. Other than that, you basically got everything in there. So you got your phasers, your choruses, your fuzzes, your overdrives, your distortions, and so on and so forth. What's interesting about them is the more basic pedals. So the drives are about $99, and the other modulations and stuff are about $129, something along those lines.
That is correct.
They've done them a bit different, where you've got 3 sliders rather than just having 3 knobs on it, because I think they wanted to kind of like keep it away from JHS's 3 series. These actually look nice. They don't look like Tesco special pedals. And they generally have a switch or 2 on there.
Did you want some chips with that salt?
I mean, those JHS pedals, I've gone on record to say they look absolutely atrocious, and I can't understand why anyone bought them. I did see a guy the other day put in like black and white pencil drawing, but cool ones of stickers on these, and it actually looked really, really cool. I think the line width was the same as the line that went around the knobs and stuff like that, and it looked really, really good. They should have done that. But as they stand, they look absolutely horrendous. So yeah, a bit like what Wampler have tried with the ones that you have there. You've got the
Phenom. And the
and
Triumph.
What's the other one? Triumph.
Triumph. Yeah.
Triumph, yeah.
Triumph Bonneville.
Yes, the Bonnie. I would like a new Bonnie, actually. Since they've re-released them, they're really nice. I do like motorbikes. Anyway, yeah, so they've got the free sliders. The sliders are all horizontal as opposed to vertical, as you might expect, which is kind of a nice aesthetic to it. I think these look really nice. They don't look like the best looking pedals in the world, but they do have that sort of retro 70s sort of look to them. I quite like it. They're the Gen pedals.
My first opinion when I saw them, I thought it was actually a really good take on a budget pedal, because it's not very often really that you kind of see pedals with the sliders. I'd like to try and get a hand on one to see actually if there's much resistance in the sliders.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're going to have too much, they're obviously going to be very prone to getting knocked and changing settings. But if they're actually relatively quite stiff, then I think that they could actually be really good. And I think in terms of actually the aesthetic of them as well, they look really, really nice. They're simplistic, but they're not too simplistic in the terms of where it's a little bit boring.
They've all got character.
I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, definitely.
They've all got like different coloured outlines for the text that says what pedal it is, like the fuzz and the chorus, so that you can distinguish them at like a quick glance. And I think the fact that the sliders are horizontal rather than vertical means that they are less prone to being knocked when you like stamping on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you guys see the pedal that I've just shared with you there?
Let me have a look. Let me have a look at your screen. It's telling me that it's 720p, 30 frames per second. What's this? I mean, that's quite a large pedal, that is.
Yeah, so this is a Gen 5. It's based on, if I remember rightly, a Mark II tone bender. Most of them were, and it's from the 70s, and it just gave these new pedals kind of gave me this sort of feel about it, which you've got the lines around them and everything's a bit like it's trying to be more futuristic than it actually is.
Yeah, it's got like the kind of retro futuristic look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's like someone's watched what's that, Logan's Run, and thought, that's
the aesthetic for me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's so cool. That's the kind of vibe it gave me.
Have you heard any of the demos?
No, I did want to watch Sean's one because I know he's got the phaser. I think he said he's got the phaser.
He released he's got the phaser and he's got the fuzz, I think. But he released the phaser video today.
How was it?
Sorry if I'm going back and forth on the microphone that you can hear that, because I'm trying to click a button to stop sharing the screen. It's more effort than it's worth. It's fine. So I managed to catch like the later end of the premiere that he posted up this afternoon, and the phaser sounded fantastic. Yeah, sounded really good. Yeah, sounded really good.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be better than like the Chinese equivalents, but they are more expensive than Chinese equivalents.
Yeah, it's the way that you can support those smaller companies, but still get like value for money, because that's what puts like a few people off. Like me, for example, that I'm all about the like getting as many pedals as I can for the money, and it means that like those boutique, like the smaller boutique that are not like that are in shops, but still like the Wamplers and the Walrus and those kind of people, they're just a little bit out of reach for me, for my budget. But like £99 or like 129 for like the. I think the majority of them are the 129, aren't they? Because it was only like 3 of them that was in the £99 range.
Yeah, I think it was like the phaser, the chorus, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but that makes it more attainable. And you go, oh yeah, if they're making like this pedal, and I know that I'd like a distortion, for example, I could like save up a couple of weeks rather than buying a cheap Chinese version. I'll save up a couple of weeks more and then buy from these guys, because then you're supporting those like the ones that were just below the like the MXR and the Boss and those kind of big corporation pedal companies.
Well, let's be fair, right? You're probably going to get a more reliable pedal, and even if it does break, you're going to be able to get hold of them.
Yeah. They did say, like, someone had posted on their socials today, oh, what are the what's the warranty like on these? And they said same as they are with the big pedals. Send them back to us, we'll repair them for you. So you can't say better.
Played a few Walrus pedals, and I've been quite happy with the ones I've played. The Camouflage was really, really interesting. But yeah, I've not played a bad pedal by them yet. So yeah, that's my take on the quality control thus far.
Yeah, and I'm going to be excited to hear more of the range as they get released. I mean, obviously they're all released today, but like, as the videos come out, it'll be an interesting one. We've got 2 more bits of news. First of which is the Squier Sonic series, which
Yay.
how about you take that slander out of your mouth right now?
What else have we got to talk about?
So the Squier Sonic series they are completely re-looking at the lowest end of the Squier range, which is which was the Bullet series, which very, very simple. So the Bullet series were, I think it was just a Stratocaster and a bass, like the Bronco bass maybe. And the Bullet Strat was a thinner body, was a hard tail. It was very stripped back, and you could note the difference in quality between the Bullets and the Affinities. You could, like, there was a difference between those two. They have overhauled the entire thing, so there's so much choice in the Sonic series, which is the new one. The reason being is because there's so much competition in that bottom end of the market now. Harley Benton, you can pick up like multiple different like Strat variations and Tele variations and so on and so forth under that 150 range. People like Jet are producing like HSS roasted maple.
From Gladiators.
I wish. Roasted maple necked Strats for like 160, 170. So Squier have seen that and said, we've got to do something about this. So they have their Stratocaster range. They've completely overhauled. Rather than just a hardtail SSS, they've got a hardtail SSS. They've got a standard Trem version SSS. They've got HSS, and they've got a single humbucker one as well. So almost like Tom DeLonge Strat at a budget. And the colours that are coming out with are interesting. Like, there's some pastel colours. You've got your standards as well, like your blacks, your reds, and so on and so forth. But you've also got some cool little takes on it. So there's a little bit of variation there. They've got a telly. They've got the standard like telly pickup config. But then they've also got the single humbucker config, which they used to do back in the day. They used to do the Avril Lavigne Telecaster, which was a single humbucker bridge telly. And since they discontinued those, there's a little bit of a cult following going on with those. So they're aiming towards that market. They're aiming towards that like really cool kind of pop punk guitar. but without
Can I play
having
devil's advocate?
you can play with the devil's avocados if you want.
I dare say that the people listening to this podcast are past the point of buying entry-level guitars.
I have had at least 3 people who listen to this podcast. We're not bringing that up, Lee. I've told you there's an embargo on that. I've had at least 3 people on this who listen to this podcast, as well as like other podcast for like the groups who are into these. So just because you're not,
what, for modding purposes?
Yeah. And just the fact that you can pick up basically like an Esquire Telecaster, but with a humbucker for like 160 quid. Who's not going to love that? And you're guaranteed something that might be a little bit more reliable or consistent than the Harley Bentons, because Harley Bentons are all good, but the quality control still isn't there. Whereas,
yeah, no, absolutely,
you can guarantee Squire stuff. Like I could go into a shop today. I couldn't now because the shops are closed. But I could go into a shop today, pick a Squire off the wall, and play it that evening. I would have the confidence to do that.
I still struggle with them because I've played Squires before in the past, and this was before people started saying that they were getting good, and they were just shite. And I you struggle to get past that, especially when you've moved on from that level of guitar. I instead of going for like Squires and stuff, I went for like Japanese and Chinese companies like Ibanez's and stuff like that because the quality control was much better on them at the time.
Yeah. The quality control of the Squire stuff is fantastic these days. And like you'd be hard pressed to find a bad Squire.
Josh looks like we might, because the faces Josh is pulling, it makes me think maybe you would.
I think you could get better out there. The only thing, and it's the same with all of these cheaper guitars, is okay. Yep, they're saving money, good budget guitar, but you're gonna question the quality of maybe some of like the wood and the materials, bits and pieces like that. And I think that you probably would be better off going somewhere else than some of the Squires. I mean, he's probably just chipboard, isn't it, really, at the end of the day?
No. Look, the way that they save the money is rather than having like a 1-piece or a 2-piece body, they'll have 3 pieces and it won't be joined in pretty ways. You'll have like a tiny strip, which was an offcut of like another guitar, and then like a big chunk, and then another tiny strip. So like
that's what I'm saying. Like that's probably like is it basswood, which is I'm assuming. So it's probably going to be very much like MDF guitar.
No, like you're completely ignoring the fact that the gem, like the top spec gems, are basswood.
So the JS2000s.
Absolutely, like basswood isn't a like it's
isn't a bad word.
No, it's considered tonally quite neutral. Like whereas mahogany's like a richer in the mid range, basswood is like almost flat. It takes the tonal imprints of the electronics a lot more.
That was really weird because I thought Budge was going to sneeze. Because he like paused in the middle of the word he was saying. I thought he was going to sneeze, and then Josh sneezed, and I was like, "How did you do that?" It was very strange from my point of view.
Birmingham telepathy, that is. But yeah, so like basswood is not necessarily a bad wood. They'll probably be using cheap cuts of it. They'll probably be joined in odd ways, but they're all finished anyway. They're all like thick poly finishes, so the aesthetic of it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's going to be the pickups where it's going to be crap, if anything.
Oh yeah, look, they're going to cheap out on that kind of stuff. They are 160 quid guitars, so like they're not like the best quality Squire you can get. Like the classic vibes are where you aim to for that. but they are like for entry level players. They're consistent. You don't have to wait shipping times from Toman, and you're more.
If you buy it from Toman, you do.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
I possibly play devil's advocate with here? With
No,
Of course-
I did
of course-
that. No, you have to play something else. You have to play like Satan's lawyer or something.
Angel's friend.
Yeah, go on.
Would
Go on.
you possibly? Now, this is going to be a very long stretch. I will freely admit that. But would you say 160 quid? Say like some of the people are saying about using it as like a modding platform and bits and pieces like that.
Yeah.
Would you not go to somewhere like DHgate or AliExpress and get in one of the fakes and then
Absolutely
using
not,
that
no.
as a modding platform if you're going to essentially gut it and change bits and pieces out on it anyway?
So the ones that come out of like AliExpress and DHgate, the quality control, because they are like so illegal, they don't give a shit about the quality control. Like
It's
they
not returning it no matter what.
Absolutely, and you can get good ones. You can get playable ones, should I say? You can also get ones that are like horrendously unplayable. They are like the bridges are put in the wrong place because they're rushed out of the factories, like on the off hours. So they're just rushed out the factories, and they don't care to set the machines perfectly, and they don't put the time and effort into making sure the fit and finish is fine. And the bridges are out of alignment; you can't intonate them, or the frets aren't in properly, or the necks are slightly warped. And there's nothing you can do about
things
it.
that you can't actually fix with a luthier. There's some things that are just looks like a wall thing. I've actually got a guitar behind me, which and that was made by a Swedish guy sent to me over in England years ago because he wanted to start making aluminium guitars. He's an exhaust builder, but he likes guitars, and he put a really nice pickup in it and stuff, made it, and sent it over. And I was like, it doesn't play. I can't adjust it. He went, oh, I've put quite a bit of adjustment on there. And I'm like, okay. So I took it over to Enfield Guitars and Martin Sims, he makes really nice basses as well. And Martin had a look at it and got on the phone to him and said, look, you just cannot adjust this to the point where it will be playable. It's impossible. And this guy like builds like some of the most high quality guitars in the country. So yeah, it was a real shame. So yeah, some instruments are just beyond repair.
Yeah, and it's that risk that you doing with those kind of things. Whereas what I'm saying with the Squires is you can almost guarantee that their quality control will be of a certain level, and even if it isn't, you've got the recourse for that one. You can take that guitar back to the shop and go, I can't intonate this. They'll go, let me sort it out for you. Whereas you won't be able to do that with an AliExpress guitar.
Or even a Harley Benton, really.
With a Harley Benton, you can like you are protected by that 28-day like no fuss online return policy, but it's the hassle of then having to send it back to Germany.
Yeah,
So it's a bit of a sticky wicket. Whereas these are available in shops, and you'll be able to just go and try them out, and then like return it if you need to. So
that's a good point. I was going to buy a Harley Benton from like 7-string from them, and I said to them, like, if I buy this, can you just confirm for me that it will be set up properly, because I'll be reviewing it. I'll be using it on my channel and I'll review it. And they were like, no.
Because I've ironically enough, I've looked into one as well. Because I want a 7-string, but I don't want to fork out for an expensive one if I'm not going to enjoy it. And
exactly, yeah.
I've seen a fair few of them knocking about on Facebook and Marketplace and on Reverb, and I've been asking people like, what's it like? And people have been very honest and open, said it's okay, but it's like jagged fret ends and bits and pieces like that, and it's very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard people say that they've got some and they've been really high quality. Well, not high quality, but good QC. Let's put it that way. And then other people said like it's unplayable. So you just don't know what you're getting from there, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, they work on the numbers game, though, don't they? They work on the numbers game. Is that if you produce enough of them, it doesn't matter if you get like X amount sent back. But like that's not the point. The point was as far as we know, the Squire quality control is a lot more under wrap, and you've got more of that recourse. So this is why you might go for that range. We've got one last bit of news.
Well, let's do it quick.
I mean, it's
nearly 11 o'clock here, and I want to go to bed.
Right, Marshall was acquired by Zounds.
Oh yeah, yes. What? Well, they weren't. According to Forbes magazine, I read the article in there. Let's put it this way: they've been working with this company for a long time, and they've sold some shares to Zounds, which is a Swedish company who I really should give a call and see if they want any job. If they've got any jobs now, shouldn't I? I work for Marshall.
That's it. Yeah. Marshall Sweden division.
Yeah,
be all right, wouldn't it? That.
Classic fee. Anyway, the family hold the highest number of shares, the largest number of shares, but
it's like 29% or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But they don't own over 51%. So I figured that owning the largest amount of shares makes you the majority shareholder. But it doesn't work like that. To be a majority shareholder, one party must own more than 51%.
Yeah.
No one owns more than 51% in there. So it's a bit like in government having a
split government. Yeah, like a what's they call it? Yeah. Like a coalition.
Coalition, yeah, exactly. So I don't think that's going to be such a bad thing because they've been working with this company for over 10 years now.
Oh, okay.
And this is the company that's been making all their hi-fi stuff and all that sort of thing.
So yeah.
People are like saying, they're going to change this, they're going to change that. Who knows? But they're a company that have been trying to evolve, and all companies grow. Just because we want them to keep doing the thing that we want them to do, doesn't mean that they can't grow as well.
Yeah, is that their future? Like, is that what's actually making them money? Because if it's not, then they need to chase the thing that's actually bringing them income, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Marshall will ever stop making amps.
Yeah, we'd hope not.
Yeah, and they've just released the pedal range, so re-released, I say. But
they have. Yeah, they've released like a reissue of a pedal range where before they weren't doing any pedals.
I mean, you could say re-release as well, couldn't you? Because they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything big to take from it. If anything, it's great for Marshall. They got their name put around everywhere again. There's a bit of free advertising.
It's the whole thing of people reading into things before actually reading the article.
Yeah, very little reading was done. I mean, the amount of assumptions that were put across as fact.
Yeah, and that happens with every online article, doesn't it? People see the headline and go,
myself. I'm innocent, but it does drive me mad, and I think it's something we should all try to avoid.
Yeah. Right.
And
I think
that kind of brings us a little bit into like the topic of AI, which we were talking about covering in our Patreon, and how AI will affect the music industry, because AI is on all of our minds right now. So it's something that we will cover in the page.
Woo, woo, woo. Or have already covered in the... You let that out the back. Right, yeah. So, little as $2 a month, you can be part of that Patreon crew. We have got the following people who are part of that elusive and illustrious crew. We've got
Not
Mr.
elusive.
Andrew...
It's not elusive. It's easy to find. Just follow the links below in the description.
Yeah, you do it. Or patreon.com/frettalk. Yeah. So we've got Mr. Andrew Bimpson of Rising of the Lights. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects of Masters of the Cinematic Universe podcast and the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast, of the Second Button podcast, and of the Off the Rails podcast featuring Mr. A Train. And we have got Mr. Ross Philpotts. Boom. That is our Patreon list of people. You can be part of that crew. You could make that list so long that I would have to write it down. Do it. I challenge you. Go on.
Yeah, we want more members, because the more Patreon people we've got, the more Patreon
Loads of members
material we'll put out.
Yeah.
Not just free giant members.
Right. If you want to catch me online, I am Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube is, of course, the home to the No Talk or Tone series, which this week features the Joyo Oxford sound. Ooh. Oh my. It's been a long time coming. It's worth a watch. Lee, where can we find you, Joe?
You can find me on Pedalboards of Doom YouTube. You can find me on Pedalboards of Doom Facebook group, Facebook page. You can find us on Pedalboards of Doom TikTok group. You can find us on TikTok group, TikTok channel, TikTok account, TikTok. You can find us on Fret Talk all the time in the Facebook group as well. And where else can they find us? Where have I forgotten? Instagram. And we don't have Twitter.
YouTube.
What do we have? Yeah, I said YouTube. I started with YouTube.
Okay. And Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram on the Corona Mortis, and you can find me on YouTube at Josh Castle TCM.
Boom. That was succinct, to the point. Beautiful. Thank you, Josh. And that will be us for this week. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. From Mr. Lee.
Yo.
And from, oh my gosh, it is Josh. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Good night of it.
Bye. Head on.
When I was a kid, my dad got fired from his job as a road worker for theft. I refused to believe that he could do such a thing, but when I got home, the signs were all there.